Does it ever occur to you sometimes that people say silly things? They like compare things. And you sit there and go, that's not even apples to oranges. That's more like apples to rocks. And they just get it totally wrong. Never ceases to amaze me how people get that ability to compare things totally wrong. Dr. John Avila of Custom Chiro Solutions, and today we're going to talk about video number 8 of 10 of the things that chiropractors do wrong compliance-wise and bad advice and things they do by not quite getting it correct. And today we're going to talk about something that is almost exactly the same as how most of the time people get it wrong. They get it wrong, even though it sounds kind of familiar. Like sometimes if we look at the difference between being non-par with Medicare versus out-of-network with major med, that would almost sound like an apples versus apples or apples to apples comparison. But you know what? In this situation, we need to be just a little bit more, how can we say, detail-oriented. Because in this situation, what we need to figure out is that, it just isn't apples to apples. Actually, you got to go a little deeper. You got to go into an apples and then figure out what kind of apples. You got to go almost to a Red Delicious versus Granny Smith. Yes, they're both apples, but you know what? There's a difference between the two. One's green, one's red. Okay, they're not quite the same. So the same thing goes on here. You see, we have to deal with this in such a way in which we're discussing insurance versus Medicare because they're not the same thing. And then once we deal with insurance versus Medicare, then we have to look at how we're required by law to deal with each one. Okay, so in major med, yes, we can be out of network. And in out network, yes, the patient pays us up front. And then we can give the patient a super bill, and the patient can send the insurance super bill to the insurance company reimburse them. Okay, that's out of network. Now, non-par is not that at all. Okay, there is one component that's kind of the same. Like I said, the patient does pay me up front. That's where people get the apples versus apples. But in the Red Delicious versus Granny Smith idea, this is exactly what we're talking about now. Now we have to look at the Granny Smith is a little different because by law as chiropractors, we have to bill for the Medicare patient. We have to send it to the carrier for them. So when we're dealing with this difference between major med versus Medicare as chiropractors, yes, we can be out of network with major med. But in Medicare, the non-par designation does mean we get paid up front, but we have to send the claim into Medicare, and then the patient can get reimbursed from Medicare. So it's not quite the same. Okay, not quite the same. So remember, Red Delicious versus Granny Smith, not just apples to apples when dealing with par versus non-par, and especially non-par versus out-of-network. So a lot of this happens because I deal with a lot of clients that come to me and they don't quite understand how come the Medicare patients are very upset, especially biggest ones. See, I want to bring this to you from I'll call it not from a compliance perspective this time, but from a profitability perspective this time. Okay? So the biggest problem I see with chiros when they act this way is they leave money on the table. Yes. You see, if a Medicare patient has a true secondary, not a supplement, but a true secondary, you should be able to go ahead and bill for the Medicare patient, okay? And then bill your full fee during wellness care and then get reimbursed for the full amount. And that way the patient's paying for almost nothing in your office because you can accept claims assignment when you're non-par. And that way you could actually send the claim in and have the patient, their Medicare and the patient secondary pay for the adjustment and the copay and active care. And then when you bill it with a GA modifier and send it to Medicare, they'll deny it and send it to the secondary, and then the secondary will pay you also. So remember, this isn't for supplements, this is for secondaries. And if you're not quite doing this correctly, you're leaving tons and tons and tons of money on the table. Plus, don't forget, it's a loss. We got to do it anyway. So from a compliance perspective, yeah, we got to do it. But think about this. From the perspective of, man, am I leaving money on the table? It makes a lot more sense to understand exactly all the ins and outs when dealing with Medicare as compared to just saying, I'm just going to do it my way. It doesn't make any sense because you're just going to leave money on the table. So anyway, if you'd like more information on how to understand how to bill Medicare and how to be able to deal with this as far as non-par versus out-of-network, and then how to be able to maximize your Medicare money, let us know. Once again, you can contact us here at Custom Chiro Solutions, info@customchirosolutions.com, or if you want to, you can give us a call, 800-974-3479, and we have a situation where we can actually go ahead and set you up at a 30-minute consult and find out what you need to do right. But that being said, once again, don't forget, this is all about this 8-part series. This is video number 8 This is all about having our ebook ready to go in a couple weeks. Once we're ready to go ahead and release the last video, we'll send that out. So if you want a copy of the ebook, remember, register with us and we'll send it to you. info@customchirosolutions.com, and then we'll put you on the list. And when it all gets done with the 10th video, we'll send it out with everyone on the list at that point in time. So once again, Dr. John Davila, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, this is video 8 of 10 mistakes chiropractors make. If you'd like to get the book, don't forget, register, info@customchirosolutions, and we hope to talk to you soon. Have a great day. Take care. Thanks everyone for watching.